I think that as an entrepreneur, there's always opportunities for growth. And because I'm an entrepreneur, usually the way we're built is ready, fire, aim, fire, aim. Pasang take every opportunity that you can because you don't want to lose that opportunity. So I feel that there's always an opportunity to grow. Sometimes we don't have the resources, nor the people, nor the capabilities to match our ambitions to grow, or rather my ambitions to grow the company to the size that we want.
I feel like Mercato was an overnight success. The brand was built pretty much overnight. I love how Mercato evolved into not just a food market, but a true incubation for small food entrepreneurs. A lot of food businesses started in Mercato and became a named restaurant or a named brand after. The success before of building the brand, how it evolved now to the success of the vendors. Their success is our success, truly. I mean, I think that's truly the success of an incubation.
I feel that as an entrepreneur, I have the vision, but I might not have the human resources and skill sets to bring it to where we want to go.
It's always difficult to be the first mover. The struggle is real. The struggle is always there to keep up with your first place. It's difficult.
If everybody is ready, let's start. Let's begin. We call this a 90-minute meeting because we're going to be together for about 90 minutes. And during this time, we're going to go through an overview of EOS, giving you a complete overview of EOS following a structure. So first, I'll share with you a little about us, about EOS and about myself, so you know that I'm not here practicing on you today. And then I will turn the tables around and learn a little bit more about you, your journey, right? And then from there, we're going to talk about the EOS tools. What exactly is EOS and how do leadership teams go through this process? At the end of that discussion, we'll actually go through that process so you know what the journey looks like. Sound good?
Yes. Yep.
Is there anything that you want to learn today that is not part of that structure? None?
No, I'm just excited.
You're excited?
Better leadership?
Nervous, excited, nervous.
The one other thing is we call this 90-minute a safe island. But you know why we call it that? Because you don't have to make any decision today. Today is just about you learning about EOS, me learning about you, and then ultimately seeing if EOS is a good fit for you, if I'm a good fit as an implementer, and if we should move forward. So just relax, nothing to worry about except just learn about EOS. Okay? All right.
For the entrepreneurs, like, what problem are you trying to solve? And that's basically how you think about doing a business. You always think about what are opportunities that are there that are not present anywhere else. And often the story I tell is that my wife saw the Mercato Centrale in Italy, and she said, hey, this is a great opportunity. Can we bring it back here? At first, I was saying, dream siya, di ba? Parang it wasn't going to really manifest. Then sabi ko, how come walang ganyan? Diyan lang yan sa isang lugar. What if I wanted to enjoy it at my own pace? Or like my wife didn't like to go with me over there this morning markets because she said it's so hot and you know what, she didn't like. So I said, well, what if we come up with our own market and let's make it air conditioned? And that was the basic start of it, you know, just meeting an opportunity that was present. You know, there were a lot of good vendors out there who couldn't get slots in this morning market. So we said, let's create our own. And that's really how it started off. It wasn't what it was today, you know, several iterations to get to where we are right now.
I would think that Mercato is a brand that sort of became successful overnight. I mean, when we first launched in BGC in 2010, even RJ and I were surprised. Ang daming tao. It's just, what did we create? There's just so many people. And it was the very first weekend. We filled up 3 huge tents. I remember it. One was purely for organic finds. The other one was for innovative food finds with chefs. We worked with chefs. And the other one, the last one, was all for grilling. It was an overnight success. And I remember our followers on Facebook was the big thing that time. It just grew thousands overnight.
Everything I'm going to share with you was put together by a gentleman called Gino Wickman, who's a lifelong entrepreneur. He was an entrepreneur, 21 years old pa lang. He was already an entrepreneur. At 24, he was asked to run the family business. He ran that business for 3 years, turned it around, ran it for another 4 years, and then sold the business. After that 7-year period, he transitioned the business to a new leadership team, and then he left that business, retired from that business. Also, during the 10-year time frame, he became a founding member of the Detroit chapter of the Entrepreneurs Organization, the global organization of entrepreneurs. And it was there that he discovered he really had a real knack for the art and science of running a great business. And this is what he found. Entrepreneurs that run a really good business, great business, right? They're still busy, they're putting in a lot of effort, but they're getting results. They have control over the business. He found that they are really great at 6 things we call the 6 key components. So I'm gonna take you through the 6 key components, and I will share with you how we help you get what you want from your business. And I'll start when my work is done. So as an EOS implementer, I don't embed myself into your business, right? My role is to teach you EOS, facilitate your learning, coach you, so you can run your business on EOS, run a better business, live a better life. Diba? I get out of your way. At the end, when that is done, this is how your business looks like. And I'll explain it with the EOS model. And you have a copy of that, diba, with you. So if you get this, here, we're talking about this model right here. Diba? So you can follow along. This model says, so at the heart, everything we do in EOS is so that you can get what you want from Mercato. Here's what Gino discovered. Businesses that get what they want, they're really strong at 6 things we call the 6 key components. Diba? So our goal when we run EOS is, our goal is to get you to aim at 100% strong in all the 6 key components. When our clients come to us, when they start and we assess the strength of their components, they're about 20% strong. Diba? They're getting what they want. It's not naman sila, they're not lugi or something, but they're getting what they want, but ang daming naiiwan. Diba? Parang there's a lot on the table. They're not maximizing what they could get from the business, or whatever they're getting, it's just more painful to get there.
No, I think, it's just going to be a general level of parang regular frustration. You know what I mean? Because, my dad was also an entrepreneur, and I feel he was also in the same spot where his ambition was greater than the resources which he had to be able to do the business. And that's not bad for many entrepreneurs, because we're taught, to be madiskarte, resourceful, do what you can.
Working with your husband is probably the biggest challenge of my life. But there are good things. I think RJ and I complement each other in many ways. He's great when it comes to marketing, biz dev. He's a visionary. Whereas I'm more detailed. I look at day-to-day. I'd like to think I master finance, operations of the company.
What complicates things is that aside from being a business owner, you're also working with your spouse on a business. So there's so many different issues over there. And part of it is, with the accountability chart that we'll be setting up over here, we'll be able to define things much clearer.
When your first 3 key components are strong, your vision is strong, your data is strong, people component is strong, what happens? Yung business nagiging transparent. What that means is, lumalabas yung mga totoong issues ng business. You don't have to dig deep. You will see what the businesses are. Kasi, you know where you're supposed to go. Diba? You know what great people look like. So kung may nakalusot sa recruitment process na hindi meets the definition of great, everybody will see, diba? It will be obvious. When the data component is strong, you'll know, uy, kulang na tayo sa gas. Uy, masyado tayong mabilis. Bumagal tayo, diba? So nakita niyo yung mga issues, it helps you set up to strengthen the fourth key component of your business, the issues component. Every business has issues. Walang business na walang issue. Diba? An issue can include opportunities and ideas that you just don't know what to do with. They're there, you don't know what to do with them. Diba? So, when you strengthen the issues component, you just are able to set up these issues. Alam niyo kung paano siya i-set up. And you know how to make them go away for the long term. Because if we're being truly honest about ourselves, our best days as leaders, our best weeks, are when we have successfully solved an issue, di ba? Big, challenging issues, you know, you made them go away for long term. Ang sarap ng feeling nun. Ang nakakainis, yung paulit-ulit, the same issue.
After pandemic, some of the food market organizers mushroomed, meaning there's a lot, no? In terms of competition right now. We have a similar business model like them, replicated or copied some of our fixtures and look of the market. That's why we opted to do a uniform market look.
It's always difficult to be the first mover. It's just like in a race. You're always the one leading the pack. And it's very tiring because you're always thinking, you know, the second place is so near, is always bumping your back. And it's just, the struggle is always there to keep up with your first place. It's difficult.
So here, what's going to happen is, we're going to strengthen your issues component. You see an issue, you set it up, you knock them down, so there's new issues, diba, that come up. I've worked with teams where what they're doing now is they're creating issues kasi there's no more issues to solve, diba? So fun issues like, how do we kill that competition? How will we enter a new market? Or how will we acquire the best person from our competitor? Yan yung mga issues that deserve your time, but we can't get there unless strong issues component. So we're gonna strengthen.
You know, for many years, I've been an entrepreneur mentor. I've worked with Go Negosyo. I give talks on entrepreneurship. And I've learned a lot from other entrepreneurs sharing their mistakes with me. I always keep on talking about the importance of the growth mindset that, you know what, we're not there yet, right? And I guess it's time to walk the talk and say, okay, maybe we're not there yet, but there's an opportunity for us to grow.
The biggest challenge is that since we are working from home, as an HR, it also builds a wall and sometimes hindi nagiging align since we don't have a daily interaction with each other. So kaya parang nagkakaroon ng miscommunications, yung mga results hindi based doon sa what you're hoping for and what you are aiming for, and yung, kung ano yung naging meetings nyo for the past days, hindi siya na-commit or parang hindi siya nagawa.
As an operation manager, I can say will issue. I always say this to my team. Knowing something is one thing, but doing something about it is another. And that's one of the challenge I'm facing on a day-to-day basis in operation. Though I have my OIC under me, I have my market admin, I have my electrician, I have my stewards. So I think whenever there is a directive from the upper management na kailangan makaskate sa team, when it comes sa execution, na nagiging problema.
May biggest frustration the accountability issue. Kasi may mga accountable na hindi alam kung kanino ka ba talaga lalapit, kung kanino ba to. Parang ganun kasi may mga times na ganun. May mga times din na nagtuturoan kasi walang sistema eh.
Yes, because well, honestly for me, no, we don't have a clear vision. We don't have a clear objective of what really the company wants to achieve. That's my honest take on that, no.
They know a lot of things. Pero yung pagdating sa execution, ayaw na. So kaya, like ko sinasabi, yung knowing something is one thing eh. Pero yung doing something about it, kasi dahil mong idea, pero paano mo siya i-execute, yun ang mahirap.
So I can ask very clearly who is accountable for this, when was this required to be, so I go there to show them that this is how it's done, and then we provide them the tools until they get comfortable na. Every team has issues. We just need to talk about it so we can solve it. It's just an issue. But strengthening the process component is all about the most important things in Mercato. The most important workflows, those things that need to be done a certain way because they're critical to your business. They're done in the right and best way by everyone all the time, even if you're not looking, especially if you're not looking, no exceptions. When your process component is strong, you can scale. This is parang your franchise formula, diba? You're not afraid to scale kasi the operations is consistent even if you don't have people watching over your teams, diba? So you'll see in our model, they're opposite each other. There's a reason for that. It's a reminder na even if you have great people, if your process component is weak, you won't get what you want from your business. You'll be dependent on people.
Each person or each team member should know their role, no? What needs to do, what needs to improve, and it's more like eradicate some of the work habits that are not applicable, and then I think it's more of an open, we should know the capability of each one that really handles the position. No? If there's someone who cannot handle the position, so maybe we can train them. If not, we can replace them.
Of course, we're always focused on our merchants, our vendors, growing them, but there was a sentence I remember that really struck me. Oh, that don't forget about your employees too, because they're the ones who make up the company. So they too have to grow. They too have to even have profit sharing. And the best businesses, because I studied business, and the best businesses that I reviewed and studied are those wherein the employees, the ones who are striving and really contributing to the company, also have shares. And so my dream is that, they're very empowered and they take a piece of what they bring into the company.
But even if your process component is strong, if you don't have the right people, they will not follow the process. They will want to be exceptions. They will do things their own way, but you won't get what you want from your business. Okay? And then finally, the traction component. Traction is about the ability to execute against your vision with three things: focus, discipline, and accountability. Because our founder, Gino Wickman, says, vision without traction is hallucination. Para lang tayong high, di ba? Ang linaw-linaw ng vision, pero hindi siya nangyari in reality. Right? So, in EOS, what we're going to do is we will teach you tools to strengthen all of the 6 key components. And when all of the 6 key components are 80% strong or better, you're going to get what you want from your business, and I will go and help another team. That's the journey. First impression, I think this leadership team is very capable. It's very obvious that they're a capable team. However, I also sense a little bit that there's a gap between that capability and confidence. And you saw a while ago when I was asking them questions, they generally know the plan, but you see the variance in the alignment and how they rated each other, diba? Some of them rated really high, some of them rated really low. So what that tells me is there's just room to align this team. What are your 3 a.m. thoughts, 2 a.m. thoughts. Yung mga pag nagising ka sa gabi, ito yung naiisip mo na about Mercato, di ba? What are
Sabi ko ganyan.
Ikaw yata mag-start.
Sa umaga. Magigising ka.
Si Dan, anong 2 a.m. thoughts?
Ano?
2 a.m. thoughts yun ako.
Patulog pa lang yata ako.
Mahimbing.
Same, no?
Magkaroon po ng head office ang Mercato.
okay?
Gising ka, sana nasa office ka.
Opposite.
What naman is minimize but keeps me up at night that are we going to be able to sustain the markets? Are we going to be growing the markets? Are we going to be losing the markets? Yan. Parang kay Dana din. Same idea, but I'm looking at from a big picture na are we going to be able to continue because each market is key to we live and die by opening markets. So
I see what I call like an emotional roller coaster. There are weeks when they're so excited, or months or quarter they're so excited, and then there are equal amounts of time where they feel stuck. The energy level is low, and it's this parang stop and start that makes them feel quite exhausted. But what I really appreciate about this team as I listen to them is I know they're exerting honest effort. They really want to fix the issues that they're seeing, so I'm very hopeful.
Parang, it's like, why can't we just be steadily growing? It's like, sana we're already growing, there's always growth. And then there's always like that big mistake. There's always like, throughout the year, there's always that 1 or 2 big mistake that causes, a downfall on our cash flow.
I think about what to prioritize because we have a lot of plans and everything always seems like it's important. So you never know what you should be focusing on because there's so many things, especially with me since I just started. I've been there for about a month now with Mercato, so I'm always trying to figure out what needs my attention first when everything needs my attention. So it feels like there's so many, I don't want to say fires, but like there's a lot of
I think the most open, I think they're all honest, but the most open about it maybe was Matthew. Because he was just pointing out, for example, very early on, diba, certain things I'm not sure what to prioritize, ganyan. But even Vanessa was quite open about challenges.
But I'm super looking forward to having the EOS system be part of Mercato.
This system will actually work. We are realizing na, we did a great job na before, but we can innovate pa.
With the EOS, I think we will be more aligned, we'll be more focused, and in terms of strategies and plans, it is more of a cohesive approach with the EOS system.
I'm looking forward to the learnings at sa growth ng EOS. I mean, ako sa sarili ko as a part of Mercato sa tulong ng EOS.
It's also the vulnerability to people who are witnessing our journey. I mean, who wants this journey to be publicized? But for me, it might actually be a pay it forward to the entrepreneurial community as well as they watch this, because I'm sure I'll get a lot of insights, and people watching will get a lot of insights, and these are insights which I can also share with other people.
I feel that this team going through the journey will help many of the businesses that Mercato and I want to help. A lot of, hopefully, small and medium and entrepreneurs, businesses that are struggling, see how Mercato goes through this journey and get inspired to also get a grip, get control over their business.